Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the Crypto and Cognac podcast show. As always, I am Illuminati, and this is 7 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time sharp here on YouTube, the Crypto and Cognac podcast show. And if I'm here, any day, guys, it is crazy to me, but today, in our Lord's year 2026, is the 200th episode of the Crypto and Cognac podcast. So today, all I'm doing is celebrating. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my brother Stevie. Shout out to everybody who has ever been a part of the podcast. And shout out to my friends at Hennessy. If you don't know, now you know. Hennessy VSOP is my favorite drink of all time. So, in commemoration of our 200th episode, right? Season 7, episode 20, 30 episodes a season. That is how we got to 200. I will be cracking open this limited edition Hennessy VSOP 200 year anniversary bottle of cognac, right? I don't usually crack open the collector's editions, but you know what? Life is short, So I don't think there are many podcasts out there that have made it to 200 episodes. So we're gonna celebrate, right? As you all guys may be able to tell, I've been celebrating all day. So yeah, this is not the first drink, but woo, that smells good. That smells good. So please pour yourself a drink. Cheers to life. Cheers to this cryptic world of cryptocurrency. Thank you guys for enduring with me through COVID. We started this podcast in June 2021. So it's actually been 5 years, right? So we do this weekly, 30 episodes is 30 weeks. We take a little break in between seasons. And that is how we have gotten to 5 years in 7 seasons, 200 episodes. And it is crazy to me because we literally started during COVID where we couldn't go anywhere, we couldn't do anything. All I was doing is focusing on crypto, home locked up, drinking cognac. And I was like, you know what? These things taking up so much of my time and energy. I'm going to combine the two things that I love most. And I'm going to start a podcast focused on primarily bringing the crypto context to the Caribbean experience. And that is how the Crypto and Cognac podcast was started. I started on Instagram, just doing Instagram lives. We did a whole season. Season 1 was entirely on my personal Instagram. And then in season 2, we moved here to YouTube. But it has always been 7 p.m. sharp Atlantic Standard Time, right? And if this is your first time, if episode 200 is your first time seeing us, hearing us, welcome. But housekeeping, as always, even though we're not going to talk too much crypto today, we got to do the housekeeping. Nothing that I share here this afternoon, any afternoon to come, or any afternoon that has passed should be misconstrued as financial advice. Me, I am not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advisory podcast. This is all about the ICE rule, information, conversation, a little bit of education. The same way we have our yak is the same way we have our crypto conversations. So, cheers to you. Cheers to life. And thank you for those like Stephen who've been with us from day one, supporting the podcast, supporting everything we've done through bear market and bull markets and corrections, and Bitcoin is dead and Bitcoin will rise again. He has been consistent with us, like some of you guys have been consistent with me, and you all know the drill. Adoption is inevitable. We are seeing some crazy things happening globally, and still Bitcoin's price continues to hover just around 70K. We dropped under 70 for a little bit today. I didn't check it back since. I don't know if we're back over 70. Hit me in the comments and let me know if we back over 70 or not. But yeah, it's been a ride. I think when I initially got back into crypto in 2020, I think it was November 2020, when I started investing again, I think we were at about 10K. And we have had a crazy ride since then, all the way up to 69, back down to 16, all the way up to 126, now back down to 70. We touched 60 for briefly. And for those of you who have been huddling, keep doing the damn thing, bro. As always, do your own research. Thank you, Stephen. This is why I could count on this guy. 70,270 as at this moment. Do your own research as usual. Do not invest more than you could afford to lose. Remember to drink, drive, and degen responsibly. But I just want to say thank you guys for all the support. Thanks to everyone who has been a part of the show, every guest that we've had on the podcast, from my very, very, very first guest, Mr. Brave Boy himself. Crazy to me that, this year that we're celebrating our 200th year, he has had one of his breakout years in the soca industry. People like Stephen Hadid, people like Mark Pereira, Jarion Paul, who else? We have had so many guests across: Nicholas Huggins, Gabriel Abed, from people from the region, people internationally, people doing big things in the crypto space, builders, investors, supporters, advocates, people on the regulatory side, people who've built CBDCs, people who've built projects, stable coins. We have talked NFTs, people who've done amazing things in the NFT space. We have talked about it all, from onboarding, off-ramping, all the challenges that we face here in the Caribbean with those things, the regulatory environment in the Caribbean here. And we are still here, and we're going to be here for another 200 episodes maybe. Right? Until Bitcoin hits what, like 10 million, and I'm too rich for this nonsense, right? No, but I mean, I absolutely love this podcast. You guys keep me connected to the space. If I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be as focused on this space as I am. So I want to thank you guys for that, for always supporting me, for coming out and supporting all the events that we've had. All those events in Barbados, Trinidad, Jamaica. Shout out to all the companies, all the projects that have supported the podcast. I'm not gonna call no names because, especially with the new laws in Trinidad and Tobago, I don't want to be seen as being um, advocating for any particular project, lest I be accused of advertising, right? But it has been a journey. I don't think that when I started this podcast 5 years ago, I had any idea that 5 years later I'd still be doing this. If you guys go back and check out some of those earlier episodes, I had one little streak of gray. That streak has turned into. I mean, I can blame it on crypto. Crypto will age you. So, like I said, do your own research. But I just want to give thanks to everybody who supported the podcast, everybody who supported me, supported Illuminati, everybody who's building in this Caribbean space. Because oftentimes with technological advances, the Caribbean finds itself falling behind significantly. And I think this is one where we cannot afford to do so, because this is not just about technology. This is about financial responsibility. This is about preparing ourselves for what is to come. So tell a friend to tell a friend, because like I always say, adoption is inevitable. We want to make sure that the people who really, really, really need this technology, this decentralized financial instrument, this parallel financial instrument, have access to it, understand it, are not being taken advantage by those people who seek to take advantage of you guys. So, yes, Stephen, the bear markets have aged me. I looking like a panda right now. A little black, a little white, But if you've been here a little while, you understand that bear markets, this too will pass. And if you invested for the long time, not just a good time, I think you'll be fine, right? But as always, like I said, do your own research, understand your risk profile, understand your goals, understand your time horizons, because that is really going to determine whether or not your investment is the right investment for you, whether your investment vehicle is the right investment vehicle for you, whether you're going to be just in Bitcoin, whether you're going to be taking some risk as it relates to meme coins, whether you're going to be in alts, how it is. So, again, thank you to everybody who has been here on this journey, 200 episodes, which means we have actively had these conversations for 200 weeks. That is just about 4 years of active conversations. And then we have the breaks in between. So 5 years, just under 5 years in total time exposure. Wow. I mean, some of you all haven't had relationships that long. So I just saying. But have a drink with me tonight. Next week, we back at it, talking crypto. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you want to talk about next week. Is the bear market over? Is this a bull trap that we've seen? Is everything that is happening in the Middle East and with the global economy gonna make crypto more valuable or less valuable? All those things we could talk about in the coming weeks. Stephen, I find you laughing at me. I find you laughing at me. Sorry, I was drinking. Right? I was drinking Hennessy. I just celebrate 200, 200 weeks, 200 episodes. They say most podcasts don't make it past episode 3. We on episode 200. We head into episode 300. That's where we at. Hopefully 140K next week. Steven, you drinking more than me? Clearly. But guys, that's my time, right? That is my time. So again, from the Crypto and Cognac podcast, from Illuminati, from Crypto Caribbean TV, from everybody who is behind the scenes, from the people who got me involved, from the people who support me by watching the podcast, by showing up to have themselves interviewed, for everybody who has been a part in any small way of this journey, I want to say thank you. It means a lot to me. I respect your support. I appreciate your support. And that's it for me for tonight. Next week, we back at it. But tonight, Litty. It's a long weekend in Trinidad too, so it's till Friday. So guys, like I said, drink, drive, and degen responsibly. Illuminati, OUT, out. Be blessed. Stevie. Degen responsibly. Illuminati, OUT.